Welcome to part 2. Now, yesterday in a recording, I said something which some people felt was quite drastic. Yes, I said that the arrest of Dr. Ndii was one of those political mistakes you never recover from. Now, very quickly, in a nutshell, what did I mean? It is pretty obvious that the local political game, or rather the political game in Kenya, if you can call it a game, because it's very deadly. Anyway, the local political game has moved from local and regional to international. Yes, all international attention is focused on Kenya. We all know that the world is a small village, okay? And we all know that going forward, whichever side of the political divide is going to have an advantage will need international goodwill, yes, and will need to score points in the international court of public opinion. So in that international court of public opinion, you go forward and you say that we have an opposition that has refused to accept the election results. We have an opposition that is destabilizing the country, causing chaos, and mostly one man called Raila Odinga. You know, that's your rhetoric. And then you asked one question that you cannot answer. Yeah, fine, that's okay, government of Kenya. But then can you explain the arrest of Dr. Ndii? What was the purpose? Yeah, what charges did you want to prefer against him? Because no charges have been preferred so far. What incitement did this Rhodes scholar do? Have you as a government trashed the constitution? Is there no free speech, no free thinking allowed in Kenya? Now, how do you answer such a question? Get my drift? That was a mistake you can never recover from. Because no matter how draconian you are, yeah, the right tactic ni kucheza hii kitu chini ya maji. Okay, you portray the right international opinion, the right image, international image, and then under the water, you're hitting very hard. That's the way that game is played. My apologies, I know that sounds very ruthless, but politics is not a small girl's game. Yeah, politics, especially the kind of politics I keep saying, this is very high stakes politics. Okay, and politics is not only a dirty game, politics is not for the faint-hearted. Yeah, so that's the right tactic to play. Yeah, the wrong tactic to play is to display all your draconian moves in public for all to see, and then you go to the same international public and you ask for sympathy in your cause. Hey, will that work? Indeed, you put your partners in crime in a very difficult position. What do I mean by partners in crime? I mean international countries, renowned leading world powers, who are with you because they have something to gain. Yeah, maybe they're looking at the oil that has recently been discovered in a country. Yes, they're looking for a major contract. Yes, some of them are very wary of the way you've been giving out contracts to the Chinese, and they want back in lucrative contracts within the country. And you have talked behind the scenes, and you have agreed that they'll support you fully. Okay? Now, when you start pulling off stunts like this, such countries can no longer be with you because they have their own reputation to worry about. Yeah? Because people will start asking, why is such and such a superpower supporting a draconian dictatorial regime in Kenya? And don't forget, this are also politicians. So the electorate, the people who voted for them, will ask them, what are you guys up to in Africa? Huh? What are you doing in Africa? Is the policy now to support dictatorial, draconian regimes that trash the constitutions and harass scholars, harass free thinking? Yeah, that will be difficult questions for them to answer, and they have to play their politics as well. So you see what I mean by saying that there's some mistakes you make in this high-stakes political game that you can never recover from. Anyway, on to Ndii. Now, according to information that is now in the public domain, especially the personal testimony of Dr. Ndii's wife over his arrest, yes, there are a few things that are very clear. The intelligence community, yeah, has round-the-clock surveillance on Dr. Ndii. Round the clock. Every minute, every second, every hour, they know exactly where he is and what he's doing. Now, the other thing you can quickly figure out is that this has been going on for quite some time, because obviously Dr. Ndii has taken some remedial precautions, yeah, I'll just give you one example. The guy doesn't have a phone. When he was arrested in Ndii, he had to ask his wife to assist him with her phone. Now we all know the easiest, most convenient way of tracking, keeping tabs on somebody, following somebody, is through their phone. Secondly, the hotel room booked at Leopards Beach Resort in Kwale, Diani, was not booked under Dr. David Ndii's name. It was booked under his wife's name. And you can be sure she did not sign Mrs. David Ndii. She used her professional, she used her professional business maiden name, whatever you want to call it, which is Mwende Gatabaki. No connection to Ndii. All this information should scream very loudly at you that this somebody wanted to remain under the radar. This is somebody who knows that they're under constant surveillance, and what they do is take precautions to stay as much under the radar as they possibly can by not making silly basic mistakes. Like carrying around your phone and signing in your name in full at the hotel where you book in. And oh my, did these precautions come in handy? Hey, they really came in handy. And they saved a situation that would have been much, much worse. Yes, I'm going to tell you how in the next episode of this series. This is Kshs Kumekucha. Kindly keep listening.